crowning Jersey with a black hole. Yours isn't as large as ours, so we could be proud of our black hole. It's much, much bigger than yours.
Yes, well, everything's bigger and better in Jersey.
Absolutely. Is it going to get worse, yours?
We've worked very hard to reduce our deficit. So when I came in 2012, we had an annual deficit of 25 million. That this year will be the first year that we've had a balanced budget. So we've got back down to that. In terms of capital expenditure, things are harder, obviously, and that's why we've got to be careful over the next 4 years how we manage our projects so that we don't end up.
We're not only building huge schools, we're also going to build an enormous hospital.
In two places, or in the middle of a park.
Who knows?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't want to mock you because we've got similar problems. On the other hand, with regards to the hospital, we've already been there, if you like, and quite a lot of the capital projects that you're looking at, housing, for example, in Jersey, I know, is behind the curve. We fortunately did something about 10, 12 years ago in Guernsey with regards to social housing, so we've not had to look at those issues. But, you know, whilst the islands are different, we are facing the same, and I think the biggest problem, which I don't often hear in the doors, and that is the threat from outside. Externally, that is the same for both islands. We can no longer rely on the UK to support us, negotiate for us, speak up for us.
We could go on forever, couldn't we? The European Union renegotiation, Panama Papers.
We've got to do our own work.
There's
externally.
lots of big issues out there, aren't there? Do you want to take the job on again? The big job?
No,
job?
I've said I don't. We're going to have a new position of effectively foreign minister here.
Oh, we've got one of those.
Yes, you've got one of those. I would like to continue that.
In fact, I think we've got two of those, actually.
I'm not sure. I know one. But I would like to take that on because at the moment as Chief Minister, that's been about 70% of my role. I've developed relationships there. If I'm lucky enough to get re-elected, I'd like to continue in that external relations.
Why do you think the British government was so keen about 15 years ago that the Channel Islands should develop their international profile or personality or whatever it was like? Why did they want them to do that? Why did they want to sort of try and separate the islands?
Because they were finding it increasingly difficult to represent us externally, because often our interests are different to theirs. It was also costly to do so, and if you look at the size of the number of people that used to work in the Ministry of Justice to do with Jersey and Guernsey affairs, it's less than a third now. So they obviously saved money there, and I understand that it's going to decrease even further. So we've got to speak up for ourselves. We've got to act for ourselves. And it's only fair.
Voice or two voices?
It's only fair. Well, one voice, 99.9% of the time, when we're talking about external issues, be they building relationships or be they threats, they're the same for Guernsey and for Jersey.
I could go on and on and on, but I feel that I better let you get back to the electorate.
It's okay. Thank you very much. Good to speak to you.